Greetings everybody, my name is Tommy the Game Master and welcome to my channel. Now if you're going for 100% of the journal, one of the things you're going to have to do is complete something called the Hades Paradox Cup. Now these are kind of a pain in the butt thing that you'll have to do, and you can unlock them by talking to Hades after you've beaten the game in his chamber. Still, there are some fun battles in this one, including some fights with the Final Fantasy characters in the final Hades Paradox Cup, which kind of mirrors the Hades Cup from the original Kingdom Hearts. Anyways, I made this video to kind of help you figure out how to get high scores so you can clear the journal on 3 of them. The first one, which is the Cerberus Cup, will allow you to do a lot of drive forms. Now this is the one I had the most trouble with. I didn't really have trouble with the Pain and Panic because usually with limits you're going to be able to get a high score anyways, but the remaining 3 will take some work and some strategy. So for the Cerberus Cup, you want to equip Negative Combo, you want to take off any guard break abilities you have, and you want to focus on basically a Magnet Spiral and Explosion as your finishing combos. Now, I have seen people use the Fenrir Keyblade to make sure that all they do is explosions and magnet spirals, and that's not a terrible strategy, but for me, I prefer the Wishing Lamp because you get more orbs for your combo, and if you make a mistake, you can recover from it. But basically, what you want to do in this is you want to kill an enemy with each combo you make. So, kill an enemy, then the next enemy needs to die on your next combo. If you don't, then you'll reset the counter and lower the score that you can get. So try to manage those explosions to hit multiple enemies so you weaken multiple enemies and kill them in the same attack. As far as your drive forms go, because the game lets you use them easy here, I recommend not using them at all unless you need to recover your health and magic, and be careful, I do believe that blast can sometimes count as a combo as well. But do use those if you're ever in a pinch. For the next cup, though, which allows you to summon whenever you want, basically refills your summon bar every time you enter a new match. I recommend having beaten Alphonse Elric here before you even attempt this. That will give you 9 on the drive bar. And then summon Stitch 2 times each fight. Use Ohana at the beginning of each fight and try to line up as many enemies as you can when you're playing the guitar so they can drop a whole bunch of orbs. And then instead of doing Ohana right away, run around the battlefield, try to kind of pester some of the enemies. The idea here is you want Stitch to grab his ukulele and play some songs by himself so enemies will drop more orbs, a whole bunch of them. And then when you start running low on Stitch with your last drive meter, do Ohana again to get more points, then resummon Stitch and repeat. For your last summon bar, look at how many points you have, because that's something you have to worry about, is you have a set number of hit points. If that number hits 0, you're gone. The enemies you have, and then decide whether you want to summon Stitch or Peter Pan. If you've got tough enemies or if you're low on that hit bar, summon Peter Pan instead and use the Flying Boy. You'll still be able to get a whole bunch of orbs, but you'll do a lot more damage with Peter Pan as well, and you should be able to clear out most enemy groups with one use of the Flying Boy. As far as the Hades Paradox Cup, my advice is to use your summons. For the first 20 levels, you're allowed to use summons. Your first one will be like normal, so you'll recover like normal, but still summon Stitch at a somewhat regular basis and use him to knock down orbs and stuff using Ohana. And then for your 10 to 20, which parallels the last cup, summon Stitch and then summon Peter Pan at the end of these. If you're lucky, you should be able to have the number you need to complete Jimny's Journal before you get to stage 20, and then you can just blast through the rest of the cup using whatever techniques you want to make it easy. This is Tommy the Game Master, hoping that this video has helped anyone who's stuck on trying to complete these missions on Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. I'll see you guys later.